Hello, everybody. So, um, I just wanted to get on here and talk about a few things. First off, Chip's a little underneath the weather. I'm sure people will be like, where's Chip? Because usually when we're doing one of these things, Chip is here. But he's, like I said, he's not feeling well. So I'm just gonna be on here talking about some stuff. Um, uh, Anyhow, so there's been a lot of stuff going on. Everybody I'm sure has seen the videos on YouTube and on the Facebook and other places, um, with Nerd, the things that have been going on with Kevin and his leucistic cobra, king cobra, and how he has been doing. He's been doctoring it. He's done some quote unquote surgeries and whatnot to try to save his animal. And unfortunately, it passed away. And I don't, first of all, I don't like, I don't, I'm doing it. I'm doing this. I don't necessarily like coming on here and making a video, whether it's just by myself or it's me and Chip or other people, and name dropping other people, and they're not on here to defend themselves or anything like that. But this is a free world or whatever, and I'm not talking bad about anyone, and I'm not going to necessarily talk bad. This is all going to be my opinion about how how things are perceived by me. Um, I've been doing this. First of all, look, I'm nobody. Um, but I've been around these animals and dealing with these animals for a long time, and you know, um, a lot of us have done our own. I'm redneck, so I'll say doctrine. You know what I mean? Like uh, anything that we had to do um, to try to get our animals, feeling better and whatnot. Because unfortunately, um, there just weren't a lot of vets that dealt with exotic, especially with reptiles, uh, especially retics or any any kind of reptile, you know, and so we had to learn on our own by talking to one another and and unfortunately, doing it, experimenting and stuff like that. Which granted, I truly understand that you know vet medicine is 100% better than what it used to be, and I understand that there's vets that deal with exotic animals, reptiles, and all that kind of thing. But there's still not very many. Um, a lot of times, they'll be out of state, whatever the case may be, and you may not be able to drive out of state. Either way, my whole point is, you know, people bashing Kevin about, you know, working on his animal, trying to save it, trying to help it and everything, talking about how it's illegal and all this other stuff. Well, I guess majority of the reptile hobby, and I'm just talking about retics, but the majority of the reptile hobby, I guess we're doing all illegal shit because I know the majority of us have done things. We've gotten out. I know I started out, my animals were most of my animals were wild caught. They came in with all kinds of weird shit, and I didn't know what it was. Um, I remember taking animals to vets, and they had no clue. Here, let's give it a shot. What's it called, Baytril or whatever the shit? Not even knowing what the shit's wrong with the animal. Let's just shoot it up with some shit, um, or whatever. Um, so that kind of gets on it bothers me, and it kind of gets on my nerves because I feel like anybody who is able to take their reptile to a vet and their vet actually knows what they're doing when it comes to whatever species of reptile they're working on, you're blessed, and that's great. That's awesome. Um, but unfortunately, there's so many things that happen, uh, especially if you're supposed to be paying attention to your animals, um, and they give us these little signals. We have to be very, very mindful of what these signals are, and then we have to figure out, basically, like I said, on our own, or we talk to others, and hopefully somebody else has dealt with the same issue, and then we talk and we swap information and whatnot, and then we go and we try to fix it ourselves. Right or wrong, and we've been doing that for years and years and years. And if you never had to do anything like that, then you're a lucky individual. And beating this man down about this, it's just I don't understand what Rodney or anybody else who goes along with him is getting out of it. Um, I made a post, or there's a thread on the Nation, and then I made a post and just added to it. And people who share the same passion that we do, when they have an animal that passed, a lot of times they'll come on there and they'll make a post saying that their retic or whatever passed away for whatever reason, whether they know what the reason was or it was just for unknown causes, whatever. And the majority of the people will, we understand, because that's what we do. We have the same passion. We love these animals too, and we know what it feels like. We're such a small community, so other people, majority of the people, they don't understand how it affects us that we had a snake or a iguana or whatever pass away. You know what I mean? It's not a dog, it's not a cat. So most people don't understand, so they come to like the Retic Nation and other reptile, places, and they are trying to, you know, I guess get comfort from people that share the same passion and whatnot. And to see that man, see Kevin, see how it affect him, see how truly upset he was and still is. And then for some people to just beat him down about it, and it's horrible. I mean, what the fuck kind of? I mean, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how we can be so sympathetic to others, but because it's Kevin, that's his fault. He's a piece of shit. This and that. Blah blah blah. Talk, make memes, talk shit about him. I don't get that. It doesn't solve anything, and it sure as hell it doesn't help us to unite. Um, this is the whole thing about it. When it comes to Rodney, I can get along with him. I mean, I could. I don't really have. He does things that I think are stupid. Like, I'm sure there's things that I do or said or posted and whatever, and y'all probably going with, James is stupid for doing that, and that's fine. It's whatever. Um, I'm probably like one of the few people I can literally get along with anybody, and I remember Rodney doing things like him importing, wild caught blood, fresh blood, and so that's awesome. That's great. You know what I mean? It's something that's needed, um, something that was needed, and he was able to do it. That helps our community. He has a lot of knowledge. He does. Love him, hate him, whatever. He does. He has a lot of. He's a very knowledgeable human being when it comes to what we do. And instead of being remembered for those things, literally, he's the guy who talks shit about Kevin and Nerd. Well, Nerd and Kevin is, it's one and the same, but, talk shit about Kevin, talk shit about Gavin, you know, all these things that you could be known for, all these things and the things that you could do to help our community, you're just bringing everybody down. Now, this is my opinion, okay? It's my, I'm sure there's people that might feel the same way as I do, and I'm sure there's others that agree with them 100%, and that's fine. That's your right. Excuse me. But as it is your right, to feel that way. It's I'm able to have my own thoughts and stuff like that. And I think it's sad. I think that I don't get it. I don't understand a lot of things. I don't. Is Kevin a god? Is Bob a god? Is Jay a god? No. Are these people? Should they be? You know, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. But my whole point is this: is they're no. I'm not saying that they're better than any of us, but you love or hate these people, you wouldn't have the animals, you wouldn't have the knowledge, you wouldn't. These people started it, and it doesn't. I'm not saying that they're better than anybody. It may seem like that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to get at is that you know you have people that do things for our community that y'all don't even that people that we don't even know about. They don't make it public because they don't need a pat on the fucking back. And there's other things that they do, and they do make it public. Kevin is very public about U.S. art. Kevin is, and whether you agree with U.S. art, like Ronnie, you give two shits about, that's fine. You don't have to support him. You know, you can talk shit about U.S. art just like he does and everything. That's fine. You know, but if you have a better way of doing shit, this is the only thing that we have fighting for us. And if you have a better way of doing it, then go do it. But unfortunately, I don't think you have the fucking backing. You don't know the right people. You know, you don't have the money. So you have all these opinions and stuff, which is fine. Have an opinion. You have all these ways that you think things should be done, and maybe there are better ways. So instead of causing everybody to, like I said, divide. We have this divide in our community, like we have this divide in the nation, all this other shit. Why not calm your fucking titties? Learn how to, instead of tearing people down. That's the whole thing about it is successful people learn how to work with people they don't like. You don't have to like people to get job done. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Um, and that's the whole thing. Learn to you have all these great ideas and you think they're better. Well, find a way to do things better instead of making memes that are talking shit and bringing people down. And find another way to get with the people at USARC, or maybe it's another uh, organization or something. And let's get it popping. You know, uh, doing. I don't see where we tear down somebody who lost something that was very very near and dear to him. How that fucking I don't know. I don't see how that helps. To me, that's horrible. You know what I mean? Like I, so all I know is this: is that I lost my whole collection, and it's horrible. I don't want anybody to. I hate it when somebody loses one animal. To lose everything or lose one animal that means a whole lot to you. I mean, it's fucking horrible. Um, especially these retics they're different than our other household pets and stuff like that. Whether you're breeding these animals or they're pets too, there's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of money. You know what I mean? To try to make them happy and all this stuff and to lose an animal that you truly care for, of anything really, of any species, but it's heartbreaking. And to have so much hatred, to talk shit and kicks people down when they're down, kick them when they're down or whatnot, or however you like to say it, it's horrible. And once again, this is my opinion, and I'm just speaking about my opinion, about things. And there's so much. I'm a blunt person. I say things. There's a lot of people. There's people in the hobby that don't like me. They think I don't like them, and that's not the case. Like I said, I'm probably one of the few people. I mean, I get along with everybody. Now, if you say something stupid or say something that I think is stupid, then I'm probably, I'll call you out on it or I'll say something about it. That doesn't mean I guess that'll hurt your feelings. You don't have thick skin. Uh, Whatever. And the whole thing about it is that if I contradict myself, if I say something stupid, then I contradicted myself and I said something stupid. I'll own up to that. It's not a big deal. Let's learn from it. Let's grow. Let's keep it pushing. Let's move forward. You know what I mean? So, like, my whole point is that there's people I'm sure that don't like me. I get along. There's only a few people that I really don't want to have anything to do with. But even those people, those same people, I could literally have a conversation with, you know. And like I said, doing these things, it's I get it. I mean, I don't understand. Like, when it comes to Rodney, and why I don't know why I don't know what it is about Nerd and Gavin. I mean, he hasn't really talked about Gavin a lot, but I tell you what, anybody who pays attention, that's what he's known for. He's not known for the other shit that he's done and the cool stuff and the awesome stuff that he does. He's the dude who runs his mouth about, you know, certain people. And it's just dividing the community. When we have people, we have the government that are trying to take our rights away. They don't want us to keep these animals. And he'll say that the things that Kevin are doing is going to cause for the government to take them away, this and that, and all this other stuff, you know. And the whole thing about it is that does Rodney make some good points sometime? By all means. Like I said, I think he's a very knowledgeable person, but sometimes he can, be whatever, And my opinion is take all that energy and all that time making fucking videos of trying to hurt people that are trying to do something and have done stuff for our community. You can still not like them, but there's other ways to do things to make things better. Is all I'm trying to say. I'm sure I've repeated myself 100 times already, but there's it's sad. It's just sad. It's irritating. It's irritating, you know, and I don't know. We need change by all means. What that change is, I don't know. I have no idea what it is, but there's a lot of people in this industry um who, like I said, that I'm not saying that they need to be put up on a pedestal or something like that, or And I'm not saying because I don't think they're better than anybody, but they've done things. They've done a lot of things for our hobby, and if it wasn't for them doing what they did at the very beginning, we wouldn't have what we have now. And the whole thing about it is when the day comes that Kevin hangs it up, Bob hangs it up, Jay hangs it up, there's never going to be another Kevin or Bob or Jay ever. None of us, even others that are building a business and building a name for them for themselves in this hobby, you're never going to be. There's never going to be. Nobody's going to take their fucking place ever. Once they're gone, they're gone. You know, um, it is what it is, and there's so much hatred, and I don't even know why. I don't know where the hatred comes from. You know, uh, you don't all this hatred and fighting and bickering and all this stuff because you don't agree with what somebody does. Isn't that what we go through in life? I mean, who agrees with what everybody does? No, nobody does. You're always going to have, but I guess it's all about how you act. It's all about how you handle things. You know what I mean? And it looks like it makes look like a bunch of grown ass men and women uh just look ridiculous, there's a lot of there's a lot of knowledge there's a in our community, and throughout the reptile community, we could do so much good, but there's people choose to hate on others, uh and all, I don't get it. I don't get it. I keep repeating myself, but like once again, people, we don't have you don't have to agree with everything that somebody says or does. You don't have to like everybody, but our community needs unity, and learning how to be civil and be professional is key. I mean, I'm very passionate about this stuff. So sometimes I get extremely passionate, and I, lose it. Look at me. I'm a redneck dude, and I use a lot of profanity and stuff like that. You know, so maybe I'm definitely probably the wrong person to be talking about all this stuff, but it's something that I just been thinking about. You know, I don't. It just doesn't make any sense. That man is Kevin is feeling a lot of pain right now, and you don't have to you don't have to like him. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to say anything to him. You don't have to wish him well and tell him you're sorry for his loss. You don't have to do any of that, especially if you don't like him. But why the fuck you got to be a jerk? You know? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Um, there's a lot of stuff. So that's like the main thing that's been on my mind. So between that and uh Tom Crutchfield, about the cages and stuff. This is the whole thing. I'll give credit where credit is due, this and that. And other people will be like, "Oh, shut up, James, whatever." I'm just talking. It's just my opinion, okay? You know, whether or not what he did was wrong and illegal or whatever, but the things that he did in the past to get certain animals in and whatnot, uh, we wouldn't have. So is he knowledgeable? Yeah, by all means. Um, does he know what he's talking about? Yeah, by all means. I don't agree with everything he says. Like you know, um the whole caging aspect. Um I think it's hypocritical to I'm sorry, my dog's done lost her mind. I think it's hypocritical to sit there and kind of talk shit or whatever about retake keepers or large constrictor keepers. Uh, you know, um, you know, what the hell did I say? I'm trying to read these things and let's see. Why don't you bring Rodney on your show and ask him these questions? Well, that's the plan. But I've been on vacation and I was driving and things are bothering me, Greg. So I have this and I can come on just like he's able to make his videos. I'm able to make my videos. Um, I'm not going to make any memes or anything, uh, but just like I said, like he's able to make his videos and say what he wants to say about whoever he wants to be upset about at that given time. I'm able to do the same. And the plan, I am going to reach out to him, but I don't think he likes me all that much. So I don't know if he'll come on. But when I get done with this, uh, I'm gonna send him a message and see if he wants to come on, and we can come on here. We can have a civil conversation, and you know, whatever he's gonna say. Uh, he say whatever he wants to say. We'll have a civil conversation about it, and we'll go from there. If I don't know if that answers your question, it is what it is. Um, so yeah. Um, but like I was, getting back to the whole Tom thing, and so Greg, since I brought up Tom's name, I'll go ahead and tell you that I've already reached out to Tom, and Tom said he'd be more than happy to come on uh my show, and we're gonna have a conversation, a civil conversation, um, about his opinions, his views, and stuff like that. So anyhow, like I was saying, I feel like it's my opinion is I feel like it's extremely hypocritical of someone to talk about how we keep our large constrictors, and but yet they still keep certain species of animals in these small tubs and these racks and stuff like that. Don't don't just come at us, come at everybody. Um, because if you look at how majority of people keep certain species of animals, they're all cramped up and everything, blah blah blah. You know. All that being said, does it? Am I saying that we can't do better, and that we're not supposed to learn and do better and grow as a human being? Uh, uh, just better ourselves and try to better our animals and whatnot that we keep, by all means. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not upset or mad at anybody who has reticulated pythons and you're able to give them a whole room in your house or have a building big enough where you can split it up and they have room. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. Who wouldn't want to do that? But I know what works for me, and maybe I'm being selfish. Maybe we're all being selfish. Maybe there's something to learn. Um, and there's nothing wrong with that. And who anybody who doesn't want to learn and be better, then I feel like it's my opinion that there's something wrong. That you have issues. Um, because you should want to be better. Uh, we have new technology and whatnot and stuff and that kind of thing. Um, but once again, driving, been on vacation and driving a long distance from family. Uh, all this was, I almost pulled out my GoPro and did it while we were driving, but decided not to. Um, but anyhow, I think that I feel like this is my opinion. Like Tom, like in his head and everything, and like I said, once we get him on the show and whatnot, you'll be able to hear his responses and whatnot. But my opinion of just the stuff that's being typed on social media and stuff like that, like I feel like my opinion of all this is, that's great. You want everybody to do better. You want to do better, this and that. But once again, I feel like you're being hypocritical because it feels like, from my perspective, that you're coming at us, the large constrictor people, and you're not. It's okay for everybody else to just do whatever the shit. No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine for you to keep your other animals in tubs and racks and shit like that. And that just comes across wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Um, Maybe. But I don't like it. That's my opinion of it. It gets on my nerves because there's so many people who in this industry, whether it be on social networking like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they're constantly contradicting themselves, and nobody wants to say anything. Or we do have some excuse me, keyboard warriors that will say something, but at the end of the day, they're just as hypocritical as anybody else. I'm nobody special. I don't think I'm anybody. Um, you know, um, excuse me, I'm chewing ice. But at the end of the day, I'm not chasing a dollar. And what I mean by that is that I don't care if I ruffle some feathers and excuse me, I don't care if I upset someone or a group of people and they're, oh no, well, I'm not going to do business with this guy over here because I don't like his opinion. Well, it's whatever. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It's whatever. Um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go around and contradict myself unknowing and kiss people's asses and act like they're like whatever, just so it makes me look a certain way. I'm not. Um, that's just me. Um, it is what it is. Um, I can appreciate uh Rodney's way of thinking. Like, he seems like he doesn't really care. And that's cool. You're not worried about, he's not worried about certain things, and that's fine. And why should he? As long as you're not doing anything so harmful that, you could be sued or something like that or whatever, speak your mind. Say what you want to say, express yourself. You know what I mean? Um, but once again, it's my opinion, and I just feel like it's wrong. I don't know. I remember, he did ask me a question in one of those threads. If well, how he asked me how I would go about doing it, and I don't know. I don't know how I go about doing it because, for one, I don't have an issue. You know, I don't, I don't have an issue with what uh nerd is doing, what they've done, and what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm not the one to ask. Um, I think, my opinion is that I think they're going about it the wrong way, for sure. Um, but how to go, a better way to go about doing it, I don't know. Um, well, like I said, I think that when you have somebody that has, in my opinion, has done things for the hobby, as in importing animals uh, into the states and having that new blood come in, new localities and stuff like that. I mean, that's awesome, and we can't do it now. We can't do it legally. Let's put it that way. We can't do it legally. Um, so I think that's awesome. Um, and I think that there's so much other good stuff that he can do. And once again, it's just my opinion because he doesn't have to do shit. And at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just care how we as a community talk about how we talk about unity. We talk about how we need to do this and do that because, government's trying to do this and do that. But then we we do these things and it looks horrible. The people that are in this community, if you can't look at it and go, damn, that's disgusting, that's horrible, that's fucked up, you know, then there's something wrong. And just imagine everybody in our community that can look at it and thinks that it's fucked up and how horrible it is. And then just imagine the people outside that are looking at all this stupid shit. You know, it's got to look fucked up and horrible to them. Um, so what good is it doing? You know, um, I don't know. I don't outside of you getting likes and maybe getting a following. Uh, you know, maybe it's helping yourselves because you're a badass because you're speaking out against Nerd or Bob or Jay or whatever. Um, I don't know. Yay, you know they don't care. On the most part, those people they don't care. They're still going to get their money. They're still going to do this and do that. And at one point in time, the majority of the people who run their fucking mouth about those three people, you're all on their dick. There's still videos and pictures on the internet that can be pulled up right now. Now, I'm not saying Rodney, I'm just saying people in general who publicly talk shit about certain people in our hobby, our industry, whatever you want to say. At one point in time, you're just all about them. And you wouldn't have the shit that you have if it wasn't for those people. And now, any time that somebody has a chance to talk shit about them, you're right there. Because look at me, I'm bad. I can stand up. I'm standing up and speaking my mind, and to one of these big people in our industry. Okay, once again, let's yay for you, but you're a fucking hypocrite. Um, there's a lot of people that are doing really, really well for themselves uh, in the industry, and they have a good name for themselves and everything. And but if it wasn't for certain people, you wouldn't be where you are. And you don't have to give thanks or pat anybody on the back or anything like that. But it's I think it's funny when people, especially in these forums, won't say anything to these people running their mouth about running their mouth about certain people. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's they don't want to ruffle feathers. They don't want maybe they think they need something from these people down the line somewhere. Or maybe they've done business with them in the past, and damn it, if I speak my mind and I go against what they think, then they're not going to ever do business with me again. Well, you know what? If you're doing your shit if you're taking care of your animals, if you're truthful, if you're honest, and you put it all out there and you take care of your customers, you're going to have people that are going to do business with you. Plain and simple. That's it is what it is. And people will respect you more, you know, if you stand up and whatnot. And I say all this and be like, well, that's what's what Ronnie's doing. But uh yay for him. I don't see how it's really helping. I don't see him standing up and when how that helps anything at all. I don't see uh I don't see it uniting. I see it splitting us up when we should be coming together, which is, this, like I said, this is all my opinion. I feel like we should be coming together. My opinion is that you should support USARC. Um and and give credit where credit is due. Um and and some people aren't doing that, and they don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to support USARC if you don't want to. You don't have to do these things because it's a free country, right? You can say what you want, feel how you feel, and all these things. But your actions, when you have, like, I'm sure Rodney has a bigger platform than I do. I'm sure, I guess I don't know. I don't care at the end of the day. But when you're able to reach certain people and try to, that's good. You're able to reach a certain number of people. You're able to have people listen to you. Do something good with it. And I'm sure he thinks he is, but all I see is division and a bunch of stupid shit. It's literally just a bunch of stupid shit. I mean, to literally flood goddamn pages of memes of making fun of him and making fun of nerd and all this other shit. That's fucking childish. I mean, my opinion, once again, I don't see how the fuck that's helping anything. And it's pretty annoying, you know. Once again, he can do it until he gets banned or whatever. Then he can do it on his own pages. Um, and it's hey, it's your page, your YouTube channel. Do what you want, just like how I'll do what I want on my pages, and I'll say what I say and try to you know be as honest and truthful to myself, to y'all, about things that I see or things that I know in this industry. Um, I'm definitely no expert, um, or anything like that, but I do know some stuff. Not everything, but I know some stuff. Um, and I don't know. It just this stuff was just bothering me. So I'm coming on. This is a rant. I'm ranting. Uh, so this everybody that's listening or people that are going to listen to it probably be a waste of your time, and I apologize and everything. But I wish as a community, I just wish we would do better. I wish we could do better. Everybody, I wish I could do better. Whatever I can do better, I want to do better. Um, I hope that y'all, everybody else wants to do better. I just wish we could. God damn it, you know, it may not seem like it because I know there's a lot of new people and stuff, but we're literally this close to losing every fucking thing, you know, and people, if we don't do better, if we can't find a way to come together and unite and whatnot, then we are going to lose everything. No, I'm not better than anybody. I'm not better than Rodney. I'm not better than I don't think anybody's better than anybody. Um, somebody they might know a little bit more than the next person and that kind of thing and whatnot. But that's what that's a good thing. We're supposed to help each other. I guess people just don't give two shits. At the end of the day, it's all about likes. It's 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 like that. And I'm not calling him a bully or nothing like that, but when you have a bully in school and he has his little squad, that follows him around and everything because they think he's cool because he's talking shit and everything. That's how it comes across to me. That's how it comes across to me. Um, like I said, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but that's how it comes across to me, and I think it's bullshit. I think that we need to once again come together. I think everybody needs to support each other. I think everybody in this industry, in the reptile industry, I don't care what you're keeping, you should try to support U.S. art because that's who we have right now. Um, if you disagree with them, that's fine. You may do so. Nobody's telling you not. If you have a better way of doing something, then let's get together. Let's try to make it part of the process. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm just talking. And but you got to support US art people. Um if you don't have the money, if you happen to be at a show, you see their table, give them $1. Buy a sticker. If you buy a shirt, um don't become a member, but if you're able to give them $5, give them $5. You know, spread the word. Try to educate people whenever you can, because it may seem like there's a lot of us. We're really not. We're really, really, really small. So if you're able, if you know how, if you're knowledgeable with whatever you keep, and you're able to educate people and change the way they perceive things, then that's great. You should do that. That helps too. Um, you know, uh, once again, shut up. I'm sorry, my dog losing her mind. Um, we don't have to. We don't have to get along, but I think we should be professional. Should be civil. Ah, damn. If you don't like nerd, you don't have to look at their shit. Don't support them. Every time you talk about them, you're helping them grow. You know what I mean? So anybody, if you don't like Bob and you talk shit about Bob, if you don't like me and you say enough shit about me on the internet and makes memes and shit about me, people are gonna go, well, what's this retake exchange shit? Who the fuck is James Mitchell? Blah 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 blah. You're helping me grow, buddy. So if you don't like me, just keep it moving. If you don't like nerd, keep it moving. If you feel strongly enough about what you're saying, then you have to figure out how to do it a different way to make something happen, whatever it is. If they're doing something so fucking illegal, then you're not getting anything done by making your videos or making memes. If they're doing something so wrong, which I don't know, I don't whatever, then you need to do something different. My opinion is that you have, just like anybody else, you've gone from, in my opinion, from doing really cool stuff, making really cool locality stuff, to people. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people that know you by that. But there's also probably more people that know you as the guy who talks shit about Nerd and Gavin and Garrett and all these other people that you disagree with. disagree with them and move on. You're not helping. That's my opinion about all this. Tom's gonna, like I said, Tom is gonna come on here. I don't know when. We haven't set up anything yet, but I have talked to him. He's gonna come on, and we're gonna talk about things. Um, on the most part, I like to have people on, and when we have people on, we talk about the history and stuff because I think the history of reticulated pythons and stuff, just reptiles and stuff is really cool. A lot of people don't know all the history, where this morph came from or whatever the case may be. So having these people come on and stuff like that is cool. So when he comes on, I'm probably going to talk about that a little bit. Get some history. I'll get some education about it. And then we're gonna get into what I want to talk about. The whole caging and the shit that I feel is hypocritical and whatnot. Maybe all of us can learn something. Um, I don't know. Everybody, I'm I'm tired. I'm tired of ranting. I'm saying the same shit for the most part. Um, everybody, man, I hope everybody is having a good weekend. Had a good weekend. God bless. Stay safe. Um, Thank you for supporting the Retake Exchange. Please subscribe if you have not. Please like it. Hit the like. Hit the bell. Do all that good stuff. Share a video, even if it's not this video. Share another video that you like. You know, um, I appreciate everything, and I'm gonna do my best. And I always say this, but I'm gonna do my best to try to have some better content on. Um, you know, uh, and not just talking about stuff, but having videos of the snake room and that kind of thing. And like I said, once again, God bless everybody. Please support US Art. Thank you for your support, and I hope everybody had a great and safe weekend. I will talk to everybody later. Bye.